Alright, this is Jeet Stock Talk, and today we're going to talk about money and stocks and investments and all of that. Okay? So, the first thing you got to make sure that you invest in is your health. Always make sure you exercise, you have your diet on spot, you eat healthy, and all that stuff. Make sure you keep taking care of your health, because if you don't take care of your health and you're sick in bed, you don't give a crap about money. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing. So after that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into stocks. So right now you're probably hearing a lot of news about stocks going crazy, cryptocurrencies, option calls and puts, and all that can be really confusing. So I'm gonna break it down for you guys and make it super simple, okay? Now there's like three categories of people there over here, and that's like how you're content with your job, what kind of job you're doing. So the first type of people is you love your job, you're very passionate about it, you love your coworkers. You can like work here forever and just retire at your 65. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a Vanguard account and do a target date fund. A target date fund is when you're going to retire, and it'll automatically invest for you in bonds and stocks, and by the time you get older and older, you'll have more bonds than stocks. So what's the difference between bonds and stocks? Bonds are basically low growth, but they're really stable. When you're older and you're about to retire like in a second, you want to make sure that whatever money you have, you keep, and it's stable and it's there for you whenever you want to spend it. But if you're in stocks, you're all about growth. Growing at a steady pace, making sure that when you retire, you have a bunch of money in the nest egg, so you never run out of money until you get to pass away and give it back to your kids. That's called generational wealth. So, if you're passionate about your job, you just want to put in a target fund, forget about it. Every paycheck, put in a certain amount and just forget about it, let it grow, don't worry about it. Now there's category number 2. That's when you're like, okay, I like my job, but it's like I can do better, go somewhere else. Maybe I got into engineering, I really want to go to med school, or really want to try music later on, but I'm in no hurry. That's where you want to kind of experiment with ETFs. ETFs are basically one net with a bunch of stocks. Now, the benefit to having a bunch of stocks in one net, called a fund, is you don't have the crazy volatility you get with stocks. ETFs are much more stable, but it's not as slow as bonds. And they'll help you grow just linearly, very slowly. You can ignore the news. You don't have to have heart attacks whenever you see that, oh crap, Facebook fell, or freaking GME fell, or Hearst just went bankrupt. You don't care about that because you're growing steadily, you're growing slowly and safely. Now, if you watch too much news and all that hype, it might get to you, because you might start thinking, oh my God, I'm not growing fast enough. But ETFs will take you along steadily. You don't have to worry about it. You can just put your money in there and you'll be retired by around like 55, 45, around that stage. Now, there's a third category of people who basically just trying to get rich as fast as you can. You're doing it as safely as you can. And you really don't really like your job. You're trying to get out of there. Don't like your coworkers. That's when you're going to go hard. You're going to try to get quality stocks, growth stocks, dividend stocks, and you're going to buy individual stocks that you think has a lot of growth in it. This has a lot more risk. You might lose your money tomorrow. You won't be able to sleep. You're going to have to be up on your news. You're going to have to be up on your analysis, make sure you're doing everything right. But if you love stocks like I do, you'll love every moment in the process. You're going to trust your process. You're going to make a lot of mistakes and then come back and learn a lot about it and then make more money off of it. So this is your third category, stocks, buy quality stocks. And your fourth category is you're unrealistic. You're trying to get rich tomorrow, trying to quit your job tomorrow, and I would say if you're in that mindset, you gotta get out, because if you're trying to find the next GME, your next Hertz, your next crazy Dogecoin, you're gonna put in stuff that you don't understand. There's a high risk you're gonna lose your money tomorrow. You'll never be able to recover. You might not be able to sleep. I mean, if you're in this category, it's very, very hard to become profitable. So those are 3 categories. Make sure you figure out which categories on. And on the next videos, we're gonna talk about like how to go into each of those in detail. So yeah, good luck. You only trade options nowadays. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder what kind of options you're trading.
Yo, you guys should become friends.
If you're doing options, try to at least do 2 weeks and or more. Leaps are awesome too, and always make sure that you always have the money you're willing to lose and not the money that you depend on. So I would say even before you start stocks, the first thing you need to do is have a $1,000 emergency fund. Second, list your debts and pay it off. Third is invest in your 401k. Oh no, third, I would say have like at least 6 months of expenses. That way, no matter what happens, or if there's a pandemic, if you lose your job, you're safe for like 6 months to do whatever you want. Oh, looks like you do day trades, same week expirations. So I'm definitely guessing you are doing Robinhood. Let me know if that's true. I'm almost like 100% sure you're doing Robinhood. And I used to do Robinhood too, love the platform and all that stuff, but like once they started messing with like GME and AMC, I didn't think that was like moral. So I went ahead and switched to Webull. But yeah, let me know if you're doing Robinhood. That's hilarious. I used to do Robinhood, but like, yeah. But I definitely missed the platform. It was super easy and fun to do. And especially the options, like it did not get confusing. You knew exactly what you were putting in, how much you're trying to get back. It was amazing. Just customer service sucked. You're an advanced trader. You're on TOS, but I'm looking to switch to IB. I have no idea what TOS is. TOS. TOS. Yeah, I have no idea what's TOS or IB. So you must be like way ahead of me. But yeah. Anyway, I do like growth stocks. Like I would do like BJ's or Facebook, Microsoft, Qualcomm. All those hold for a year and make as much money as you can. Sell them on that long term. Don't pay that much taxes, and just go on with their life. I would say once you get into like money making and all that stuff, and you start to read books, like some of the books I have over here. You definitely want to read one of this. Let's see, focus. Oh, The Millionaire Next Door. I'll read you a couple of points. So the 7 factors that makes a millionaire is they live well below their means. That's number 1. They allocate their time, energy, and money efficiently in ways conducive to building wealth. That's 2. And 3 is they believe that financial independence is more important than displaying high social status. So, don't be going out there buying a BMW, a Lambo, thinking, oh, now I look super rich, so I'm going to be super rich. You got to go out there, save as much money as you can, dump it in stocks, do your research. Oh, Thinkorswim. Oh, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim. I heard a lot about that. Actually, my friend who's a really active options trader is on Thinkorswim. He's actually doing pretty good. I think he's like, he went from like 1,000 to like 20,000 in like a year or so. They're really good. I've never heard of Interactive Brokers, so that's cool. So yeah, my channel is all gonna be about like making sure you do whatever you can in your life to like gather the wealth and make sure you're on a safe platform, safe stocks, and you put it in there and do quality stuff. Don't worry about short-term trades because you need to focus on your work. You need to do your work so you can make sure your salary increases. You don't lose your job. You gotta make sure you keep up with your health, your love, and do something that makes you happy. So you can't be like enveloped in like fast trading and always thinking about stocks and not being able to sleep. Yeah, exactly. Being consistently profitable is extremely difficult, and I would say even in stocks is extremely difficult. I know the first time I started, I used like $100 on Robinhood, and I would fast trade like crazy pharmaceutical stocks. My God, I turned that 100 to 800 in a few weeks, and then lost it all. It was amazing. That's why I always tell people that you should just put in $100 and just do whatever you want. Try to, see if you can sink or swim and get that uneasiness or that ambition to get rich tomorrow out of the way. Because after that, you'll learn your lesson and just use bigger amounts of money to be consistently profitable. I would say the number one rule for being profitable and being wealthy comes from Warren Buffett. He said, rule number one, don't lose money. Rule number two, make sure you learn rule number one. So, yeah. So that's what's gonna be coming from my channel. It's not gonna be like super, hyped up. What's the 10 stocks of this week? 10 stocks of the month that's gonna grow like 500% or crazy like that. It's just gonna be like, hey, there's a quality company. It's undervalued. Invest in it. Forget about it. You'll be fine. Sell it next year. It's gonna be like that kind of stuff. So yeah, find me on my page, Jeet Stocks Talk. Signing out. Like and subscribe.